Hey guys, this is Takedown for Life. Today I'm going to be bringing you my review of the Springfield XDS 9mm. Dun dun dun. So, Springfield XDS, love this gun. As you can see here, there's no mag in it currently, and no round in it, so it is cleared, safety checked. I love this gun. I love this gun. I carried a few different, I've shot other single stacks. For a long time I carried the Kel-Tec PF9. Partially because I didn't know any better. I mean, the gun worked fairly well, but the main issue I took with it was the double action only trigger. That I just did not like that type of trigger. So speaking of triggers, I'll start there for this review. Show you what it does here. So there's a little bit of take up, and then there is some creep. It's not a solid wall, so there you can see. And then there's the break. It does have a crisp reset, and then it goes back into a little creep before breaks. I like that. Similar to my Glock 19 in terms of how the trigger is done. Some of the other single stack 9s that you may want to compare this to, such as the M&P Shield, has a more solid wall before the trigger breaks. The reason I like this one is when there's a solid wall, I have a tendency to pull off target a little bit, because you're going from one pull weight to another, so you have to pull harder, and then it breaks. It's like bang, 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 unless I'm thinking about it. And if I'm ever in a self-defensive situation, I probably won't be thinking about it. This one, on the other hand, if you can watch what happens right here to the slide, I'm in the creep right now, but because that lets me get used to the higher weight before the break, it doesn't pull at all or cause me to come off target. The slide stays still. So I'm able to get faster follow-up shots and more accurate follow-up shots because of that. So there you go on the trigger. I will say, when it comes to faster follow-up shots, this is the heaviest single stack 9 I think is out there. There may be one or two heavier, but this is definitely one of the heavier options. I like that, in hand when you're actually shooting it or using it. It just feels solid. Carrying it, as long as you have a good gun belt, I don't notice it too much. Maybe someone that has a smaller frame would notice it a little bit more, but that's not an issue for me. And that added weight, when it comes to the recoil management, helps to get the follow-up shots faster as well. So it depends what you like, but for me it works amazingly well. Fit and finish on this are very good. Here is the 7-round flush magazine, which I have medium-sized hands and I can get a fairly comfortable full grip, but it's almost more like a 2-finger grip with just the pinky resting there, versus when it comes to the 8-round mag right here, obviously that allows for a full firing grip. The sights that come stock on this, it's a 3-dot with the front fiber optic, which is very easy to pick up. It's a high-vis front sight, so quick target acquisition, which is nice. And then the takedown process on this is extremely easy. All you do is lock the slide back. This is a little, if you can see that, there's a lever there. You just push up, pull the trigger, slide comes off, and there you go. And again, on the inside, this spring and all that, it's extremely polished and well made, you can tell. And then you just slide it back to the back, slide that little lever forward, and you're done. So takedown is very easy. No other tools or bullet to lever anything open. It's very easy to do. So good job on that. I will say, for a while I was a little bit worried about one thing, and that was when actually racking around in the chamber. If I keep my hand on the slide, pulling back and then going forward, and then let it go, the spring doesn't get the slide fully into battery, see? And then I push it forward just a little bit, there you go. That's only when I do it myself versus doing kind of slingshotting the slide forward. So if I let it go back and just let go, it comes forward every time and no issue there. And after I got more rounds through it and worked the slide for a bit more, it definitely was noticeably better. So if you purchase yours for the first time and you're working the slide and getting around and you notice it doesn't always go into full battery, don't worry about it too much. That will go away fairly quickly once you're past the break-in period. It does have an ambidextrous slide release, and also I will say if you have a full magazine in there, the slide release isn't terribly hard to do, but it is a little stiff. But if the slide is, or the magazine's empty, it's much easier to depress, which is when you'd be using it anyway. So that's also not an issue for me. But the one thing I do like is once you push that, this comes out very positively, pops right out. So if you're in a situation where you need to do a tactical reload or reload quickly, I mean, yeah, they both come out pretty easily. So again, I really like this gun. I'm gonna post right after this some of my range reports and some of my targets to show you at 7 and 15 yards what sort of groupings I'm able to get with this. But all in all, as I said, I love this gun. This is my everyday carry, so I would recommend it. If you have any questions, comment below, and as always, subscribe.
When I start getting paper come out of my target, that means I'm getting overlapping hits.